and a blessed,
This meeting is being
blessed
recorded.
morning for those who are in the Philippines. I just would like to say kudos to Sister Becky, and let us give her a silent round of applause because of a wonderful exposition, and kudos despite of the fact that she is having uh, a problem with the basic need in order for her to deliver, and that is her throat. Be able to finish all this, this wonderful topic of social relationship, and social relationship that is bound by our faith, but at the same time bound by the values that we have established being as people of God, and at the same time the kind of responsibility that we are given for that becomes our mission. And for each and every one of us, that can only be a bound together in solidarity because of two important laws Sister Becky made mention: love for God of most of all, and love for our neighbor. There should be a consistent understanding of that love that will bring us to solidarity. And at the same time, love of our neighbor that will not in any way deter us or in any way devoid us of such a mission that we are given. Starting with our own, with the relationship as spouses to their family, wherein it includes the children, and at the same time the children to their parents, and the parents to their own parents, the grandparents of their children. This is the aspect within the family that we need to, and all the other relationship involved, associated and affiliated to the family, because the Filipino family is not only just this this determined nucleus, but rather it has become a nucleus of different cell relationships, whether it be distant or immediate relationship with siblings, and these are the ones that we need first to be responsible with after having that the basic intimate relationship with God. And because of that, it can only flow over to the church and the community. When it flows over to the church and community, the community speaks in behalf of the land that they are living. And that is where we start to see already the state, the, the state itself, first the local and to the national, that we come to, and whatever we form as an identity of a nation, uh, based upon God, though we are not theocratic, in the Constitution, there is still God in the Constitution. And that's the reason why we have inalienable rights given to us by God. And that right can never be diminished or taken away because it is not human. It is something given to us as a gift from God. And that gift should continue to be promoted. And that is why there is responsibility. And when we talk about that, we go to the greater relationship that we have, not only as people identified within one nation, but people of this nation. That's the reason why in the last there's the welcoming of foreigners, because America is the melting pot of different races. And when you destroy that understanding, that identity that was given to us as by God in the Constitution, by having to lose that God and make other men as God, that is, I do believe, the greatest warning. And I do believe the social fabric of any relationship can be distorted, starting from the family down to the nation itself. And that's the reason why certain ideologies who run over all this understanding break down this, create dysfunctional, and to the point um, anti uh, anti-religious and anti-value and we call it antisocial system in every person, most especially for us in the family and in the church, they create this kind of create this kind of destruction and deterioration. And that is why I do believe this exposition of Sister Becky brings us to the understanding that we have a great mission ahead of us. And one of our members in the group sharing reiterates that we have a great mission to really voice out, to speak out, to be able to speak of what we believe in behalf of God, because we are also speaking of the kingdom of God here on earth. And I hope that this becomes also a call to nurturing our consciences. The reason why people no longer believe in God, first and foremost, is because sometimes the right and wrong is dictated by human standards. And that human standard is where conscience has been also been compromised. And we have to culture our consciences so that we may be able to determine our judgment, determine our decision, and determine our path towards our, the betterment of our future based upon God speaking to us in our conscience. That also is bringing us to certain decisions that is later on articulated as wisdom. So as we continue with our discussion, hopefully it brings us to a renewal, and at the same time, not only renewal, but to all the more build integrity for us in our faith, knowing for a fact that the love of God can never be diminished nor compromised, nor it should be diluted or polluted by human ideology. Thank you.